there is no interest, zero, to go to one place. There is no real life. You are visiting the city because you want to know, and Barcelona is different than Rome, than New York, than LA. Everyone has its own personality. We cannot lose that.
Spain is one of Europe's fastest growing tourism destinations, with international visitor arrivals reaching a record 75.3 million in 2016. The Catalan capital of Barcelona is driving much of that growth, with 80% of its estimated 32 million visitors coming from abroad. The small, densely populated seaside city of 1.6 million residents has also become ground zero for a growing trend in which tourism's many economic benefits come to a head with its equally pressing social and environmental detriments. Barcelona's ascent to the third most visited city in Europe after London and Paris was precedented by major infrastructure improvements before the 1992 Olympics.
Si tuviera que hacer un análisis comparativo de toda esta evolución, yo diría, hemos conseguido colocar la ciudad de Barcelona como una de las ciudades más atractivas del mundo. No nos hemos dado cuenta de que un crecimiento turístico de estas características no puede dejarse a su propio impulso.
External factors, including security concerns in competing Mediterranean destinations and the devalued euro, played a role in Barcelona's transition from an industrial to service capital.
¿Qué pasa en Barcelona y en otras ciudades que tienen de territorio muy reducida casi todos sus recursos turísticos? Entonces se producen zonas que hay una densidad importante de gente y de turistas, y esto impacta con el que vive, tanto impacta a nivel de movilidad como impacta a nivel de precios.
Tourism helped the economy stay afloat throughout the global economic crisis, but it is now changing the landscape of the city. The iconic Sagrada Familia has become the flashpoint of overcrowding concerns, despite efforts to minimize the impact of tourist traffic.
Years ago, it was very easy to stop anywhere in Barcelona in front of the Sagrada Familia, for instance, just in front. Now this is impossible.
Las Ramblas is another hot topic for tourist frustrations.
Years ago, the Ramblas belonged to us, and nowadays the Ramblas are invaded by tourism.
Not only do residents no longer visit these places, but tourists are not even getting to enjoy what originally made them great, and are going more for a photo than to experience the market or truly understand the magnificence of Gaudi's work.
Los turistas que vienen a Barcelona vengan más por entertainment que por cultura.
Tourism's impact, of course, reaches far beyond too many selfie sticks at tourist attractions. The 2015 election of Mayor Ada Colau, at times described as the world's most radical mayor, was a sign of locals' frustrations with the growing number of visitors. Her successful platform was built in part by a promise to combat overtourism.
In Barcelona, there's been a time where everyone with money could just open up a hostel or a hotel. There was no limitations, and suddenly they realized it just turns everything into tourist accommodations. She came in and cut off the licenses, no more licenses.
The first regulations impacting tourist apartments were put in place in 2011.
Fue una regulación también muy controvertida. Es que nos permitió en 2 años regularizar 250.000 plazas en Cataluña. Es decir, algo que no ha pasado en ningún sitio.
Airbnb recently released data that says 1.2 million visitors used Airbnb in Barcelona in 2016. Christian Schallert is the founder of the independent boutique Hotel Brumel in the gentrifying Poble Sec neighborhood.
I started with Airbnb, with my own apartments renting out. I learned how the tourism market moves, what they want, how a check-in works, and all these little details. I learned I need to step out of the normal Airbnb situation and actually turn it into an official business where I can actually do what I love to do, and then going and pay tax on everything what it's needed.
Yes, there is a good ecosystem here in Barcelona for creating something. Then comes the question of administration, and Spanish administration is not so easy for startups.
The administration's anti-tourist actions reach beyond tourist apartments. In 2015, Mayor Colau ended licenses for all tourist accommodations, including hotels. Casa Bonet is another boutique independent hotel. It is an antidote in many ways to the topic of massive tourism that plagues the rest of the city.
And we try to deliver like really good things that we have cared, and it's been like careful work behind what you do and what you offer, because then it has an impact to the city.
As much as these properties tout the benefits for locals, they still meet opposition from neighbors.
They're afraid of new coffee places to open up, or new, especially new hotel businesses.
When we were building and we were doing the construction site, people were like, oh, that's gonna be a hotel. It was like, kind of like, you could see like that feeling around. And then when we opened the doors and we're like, hey guys, like, so here you have like a really nice coffee shop that you didn't have, and you are like welcome to come inside, and then you have like that place that you can work, and then they were like, oh.
When it comes to the evils of tourism, Santiago Garcia Milla, Deputy General of the Port of Barcelona, is ready to combat every claim of a negative impact.
We have been growing, but growing in a very sustainable way, and hopefully that we can reduce the negative externalities, mobility, crowded areas, air pollution, things like that, and increase the good things. I mean, the added value we create in economy, jobs, activity, and so on. And this is the balance.
As a hotelier, but also as a resident of the city of Barcelona, I absolutely agree that we need regulations in place to ensure that tourism will also remain sustainable for the tourists themselves, but also for the residents of Barcelona for the mid and long-term future. However, on the other hand, I do believe in competition. I do believe that fair competition is good for the city and is good for, in the end of the day, the consumer, because it will oblige the current hotels to remain their products up to date and to the latest state, up to the expectations of visitors. And also we cannot forget that tourism is an extremely important employer in the city of Barcelona, and it's critical for the development of the city.
Hay que estudiar con calma y buscar el consenso de todos los actores de la ciudad para conseguir que una ciudad sea sostenible. Somos ciudades masivas, somos ciudades de turismo masivo. La sostenibilidad debemos adaptarla a este modelo de negocio.
The difference between theory and practice is evident.
Yo creo que en Barcelona nos está faltando un poco de prospectiva, de decir cómo observamos el futuro y cómo planificamos según unos escenarios. Crecer y crecer y crecer y construir y construir y construir es un modelo insostenible si no somos capaces de acompasar el crecimiento turístico que sigue, el crecimiento del número de turistas, con la calidad de las infraestructuras, la capacidad de entenderse con los ciudadanos. Vamos desbocados hacia un fracaso como ciudad.
El turismo tiene unas externalidades negativas, yo ya las he comentado antes, pero también es muy importante que seamos capaces de poner en una balanza los beneficios y las externalidades negativas, porque cualquier persona de Barcelona le puede explicar a usted que hay determinadas zonas y determinados barrios de Barcelona que hoy son una maravilla y que han sido gracias al turismo. El turismo dignifica. Piense usted que cualquier país que quiere desarrollarse, que quiere tener una presencia en el mundo y que sale de una situación complicada, en lo primero que piensa es en el turismo.